What's up guys, welcome back for another YgoPro duel video 2. One of the best monsters in this game are paired up against each other. The first deck list, first of all we have here True Draco, the pure build featuring the Demise version of True Dracos, featuring triple Masterpeace, and you know, all the support cards. And again, the deck list is from 2017, this year, OCG build by the way, with double Qliphort and Harpy's Feather Duster in the main deck. And then the second deck list, very nostalgic already. We have the Towers Turbo Apple Qliphort or Qliphort. Back in the old school OCG days, when this the Qliphort cards were first called Qliphort. The Killer Turbo, just for the tower, the Towers Turbo variant, had a few options, but eventually went with the Tramplings version over the version without Tramplings. This is the version that ended up both top 16 and top 32 at the European Championship back a couple of years ago. So yeah, let's not waste any more time. Interesting to see both these titans paired up against each other. So let's hop into the first duel. First game, the opponent gets a start, and again the new opening rule of opening with 5 cards. So he gets a start, and you know, the Qliphort Towers Turbo, it was like, it took, at least for me, it took the format by surprise immediately with multiple tops during the European Championship a couple of years ago with... eventually, I believe a couple of players top 32, and I believe one player with the Qliphort Towers Turbo, and this is his deck list, ended up top 16 at our European Championship back then. He has the first turn standard opening move of the deck, is to get your towers on board and use, of course, its effect once per turn. Your opponent has to send one monster in his position to the graveyard, so immediately netting you a +1. Although True Dracos do have a lot of outs for towers. Again, it doesn't have an effect like Masterpeace during your opponent's turn, so yeah, point here is to special summon a bigger monster. And back for the USA metagame, you had, I believe the card is called Diamond Crab King, but yeah, I believe it was like a Shonen Jump promo card, and here, yeah, for Europe, those aren't legal, so back in those days, we didn't really have an very easy to go out, like for example, Diamond Crab King. Later, Utopia the Lightning was released, but a little bit too late as an out for towers. First game goes to me. Also very important here are those extra boost up and yeah, boost up or boost down, or these effects that lower the opponent's attack with your Qliphort Pendulum's effect. And for me, of course, also the field spell, the True Draco field spell, giving me, at least giving my True Draco monsters extra 300 attack points is also very crucial to let my Masterpeace, for example, attack over the Qliphort Towers. He has an excellent opening turn. Thanks to his tramplings, he was able to make the Exceed, go for Dweller. Dweller is very crucial here in this matchup, and of course very good against the True Draco deck. Prevent their great effects from activating. But any deck that can main deck the big 3, meaning Card of Demise, Pot of Desires and Pot of Duality, has an insane advantage over any deck that that is not allowed or doesn't have access to these power draw cards. So game number 2, again thanks to, I believe, Demise and the Desires and eventually Masterpeace as well, goes to me. So 2-0 for True Dracos. So again, True Dracos proving they're definitely stronger, at least for these two duels. So game number 3, best out of 5. The opponent again gets to start. Wavering Eyes Turbo eventually going off, and I believe he's going to end again with the Towers effect. So I have to set my Dynamite Knuckle to the graveyard. He does get 3 draws off his Monolith, so again a very good start. But my 4 sets aren't really too great. The only life card here is the Revival, so I can just reborn my Knuckle from the grave to hold off my opponent. The Cyclone does come in handy, although he has a second copy of Wavering Eyes, so he eventually can set up a scale and hopefully for him can attack for a game. But again, a Revival revives my Knuckle, and use Apocalypse to tribute, or yeah, destroy my own Knuckle and half the attack of every monster from my opponent, bar of course his Apple Qliphort Towers. So I survive with 500 life points. I have so yeah, I still have a small chance to take this one, at least get myself back into the duel, and let's use Apocalypse to pop the revival. Not going to reborn something, since you know my only hope here is either Demise or maybe Desires, but you know Demise, no special summons during the turn. You special summon or you activate Demise, and that's very nice. Use Demise, topic Demise, and eventually luck-sack my way out of this crappy position, right, eventually. And with Masterpeace and Majesty Maiden, I believe the name is Knuckle, would have been a better choice. Same here for my search move off of Majesty Maiden. Definitely should have searched my Knuckle, since now, yeah, I can correct my mistake, however, so eventually get Knuckle on board, and that's more than enough to eventually attack for a game. So again, a nice steal for True Dracos, somewhat of an easy win for True Dracos over Qliphort Towers. Again, the Qliphort Turbo-ish build didn't run too many back rows, only like maybe one skill drain, one emptiness, but it was more the fact I need to get Qliphort Towers as soon as possible on the field. Use its effect to -1 my opponent every turn. But yeah, anyway, so True Dracos take it over the Qliphort Towers Turbo variant. Again, proving Masterpeace and the whole True Draco engine is ridiculous. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out.